Greetings everyone, Brett here with Hammerhead Model Making, and on this episode we are going to be taking a look at the HK Models Avro Lancaster. This is the Dambuster boxing, and the kit was kindly provided to us for this review by MRS Hobby Shop. You can check out information for them down in the description below. But as you can see, we've got a ton of plastic in the box, which is not unusual for HK models, and we have a lot to go through here. So this video is going to be slightly longer than normal just because there's a lot of plastic to cover. So we're going to start off with the fuselage. Now, I haven't built an HK model kit yet, but I've reviewed quite a few of them, and I can say that they are extremely consistent in their surface detail. I mean, the details on the Lancaster fuselage is amazing. If you look at the inside here, you can see there are no ejector pin markings whatsoever on the inside of this fuselage. Now, you're not going to be seeing a lot of the fuselage once it's all closed up, but the fact that they went through the trouble of making it so that you don't see ejector pin markings is amazing. And it looks great. And what's nice is with the curvature of the fuselage, they must be using multi-part molds because there's no loss of detail when it curves up around onto the edges, like the upper surfaces. So very nice. The wings additionally look great. And what's interesting is they come packaged, the top and bottom halves together. And I've never seen that before. It's just really interesting. So pretty cool. But like I said, surface detail is just absolutely phenomenal. You will have the ability to do open flaps on this, and you can see there's nice strengthening ribs on the inside of the wings, so minimizing warping. Here we have the propeller blades. They are keyed so that when you go to assemble them, it'll be pretty obvious how they get assembled and ensure accuracy and alignment. Here is the Dambuster specific sprue, so this comes with the bouncing bomb as well as the cradle and the mechanism for spinning the bomb and the fairings for the bomb bay. So this is kind of the one that makes it the Dambuster version. Very nice, though. Moving to the interior details here, you can see that HKM has really gone out of their way to make this look really nice. Lots of really solid relief on the detail parts here. Instrument faces, radios, what have you. It all looks amazing. Here's the inside of the bomb bay. And again, no ejector pin marks where it would reasonably be visible. Here's the inside of the wheel wells. So you can see that HK Models has really gone to great lengths to ensure that any ejector pin markings are not in areas that are going to be visible once the model is done. The horizontal stabilizers look great. You have the difference between the metallic area and the fabric area. Rudders look good. Flaps, I mean, you can just see all of the amazing rivet and fastener detail on the flaps there. They look amazing, and if it's your style, I think this would take a wash really well, and those details would just absolutely pop. Inside of the flaps, again, no ejector pin marks, so that's awesome. Here are the engine nacelles. Now, if I had to make one general criticism about this kit, it's the fact that HK Models provides you with 4 fairly detailed Merlin engines, but no real provisions to display the engine nacelles open and to show off those engines. So interesting that they chose to do that. Here you can see the engines themselves. I mean, they're pretty nice. Especially for plastic, not bad. And they're detailed front and back. And you could easily cut open the engine cowlings if you want to display one or more of them open. But just a unique, I guess, an interesting choice that they made to do that. Clear parts are really nice. There is a little bit of distortion on some of the sharper curved areas, but it's not necessarily totally unexpected. The rest of it is all crystal clear. There is very sharp detail for the framing and the riveting around the windows. So I definitely give HK Models high marks for these clear parts. They definitely look the part, and maybe they could go for a slight polish, but again, I don't think that's necessarily anything you're going to be worried about. Decals are, of course, cartograph decals, so they're going to be really nice. You have one sheet that has all of the generic markings, so national markings, stencils, all that, and then you have the smaller one that has the actual specific aircraft markings for the Dambuster raid. And just like all HK model kits, you do get this very nice print of the box art. Definitely a a good thing for those collectors among you. We're going to breeze through the instructions here just because we are kind of going over on time, but as you'd expect, it all builds up into, as pretty much every other airplane model, you work on the interior first, then work your way out. I failed to show earlier that this kit does come with a photo etch set, and so just be aware that it does come with photo etch, and a lot of that photo etch goes into interior stuff like the gun turrets, because the gun turrets themselves are all really detailed. And then finally you have your markings. Pretty simple and straightforward, if I'm being honest, for such a big airplane. So yeah, I think if you're willing to shell out the money for this kit, I definitely think it will build up into an extremely beautiful replica of an iconic British aircraft. And you know, if you're a fan of heavy bombers, if you're a fan of British, you know, night bombing campaigns, things like that, this is definitely a kit that you'd want to, I think you should pick up and add it to your collection, because I think it'll turn out great. So yeah, big thank you to MRS Hobbies for allowing us to review this kit today. And head on over to their site, mrshobby.com. They've got this kit and thousands of other kits available to order online. Please go and check them out, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Finally, big shout out to my patrons. Thanks to them for helping support this channel and bring you content like this. All right, we'll see you on the next video. Bye, everyone.